sassy little face, daisy in her hand. She really put me in my place when she said, what's to understand? If you try, you always can.
Hi Capricorn, welcome to your year ahead astrology forecast for 2015. And this is a general forecast for Sun in Capricorn or Ascending Capricorn. Your ruling planet, Saturn, has moved into an area that has to do with finishing up the last 28 to 30 year cycle. And that's even for young Capricorns who are 20 years old. And the reason is because Saturn's moved into Sagittarius, and Sagittarius is 12 signs from you. Sagittarius rules the area of your life that has to do with working behind the scenes, your hidden strengths, unfinished business, but it's also the area of the self-defeating patterns we deny or disown. We all have a 12th house. We all have gotten in our own way. We all have sabotaged ourselves at times. And so when Saturn moves through this area, you are completing the last 28 to 30 year cycle of your life. So it's not a time to start anything new unless it's in regards to what you've been doing. So in other words, if you've been in sales and you want to change companies, you can change companies, but you have to stay in sales. So in other words, it's not a time for you to open a car wash. Okay? It's not a time to boldly go into a brand new direction that you've never been on before. This is a time for you to finish up unfinished business, to look at how you get in your own way, how you hold yourself back or limit yourself or frustrate yourself. This is the area of secrets and karma, but it's also an area of hidden strength. And when you tap into that hidden strength, you can tap into talent and ability you didn't even know you had. So there's always a benefit to what we're doing when we look at where we're at, what's going on, and what we most need at this time. Saturn is your ruling planet. Saturn rules reality. Saturn is the teacher's teacher and the guru's guru. So wherever Saturn is where we're being grown. And so having Saturn in such a spiritual area of your life is all about you cocooning yourself from the harshness of the world so that you can dream and heal. Now, I have several tools here for you to use, and one of them is 2015 intentions, using the power of affirmation and intention to create the life you want. And in it, you are literally consciously creating your future by scripting it. Creating what you want with your body, your physical body, creating what you want in your home, creating what you want in your relationships, creating what you want in your work, creating what you want in your money. There's another tool here called Creating 2015, and you use it instead of the New Year's resolutions, so like, hey, I'm gonna beef up in 2015, right? So instead of doing that, we never fall through on our resolutions, is sit down with this tool, and what you do is you imagine it's December 31st, 2015. So you imagine you're at the end of the year. Step 2 is you imagine what happened in 2015. And see, this is really important for you because Saturn is pulling you into that dream place, into working behind the scenes. This is a good year to work on projects that you will complete in later years. This is a good time for writing a book, creating a website, starting a new business, but not starting something new, incubating it. Okay, thinking about what you'd like to start, unless it's in something you've already been doing for the past 28 to 30 years. If it's something you've been doing and you want to start a new business in what you've been doing, that's fine. But say you've been in car sales and now you want to open a breakfast restaurant. Not the time. That'll come when Saturn crosses into your sign, which will happen on December 22nd, 2017. So over the next 2.5 years, this is about you incubating, nourishing and nurturing you, working behind the scenes, integrating all of the massive growth changes you've been doing since 2007. So the universe wants you to step back and heal, recover, recuperate, re-energize, and regenerate yourself over the next couple of years. And then when Saturn steps into your sign, all eyes will be on you, and it'll be your time to step into something completely new, start something completely new. But until then, you want to rest, recharge, re-energize, and give yourself time to reflect. And so with this Creating 2015 tool, what you're doing is you're reflecting over the entire year and you're writing out what happened. And then you put it away and then you take it out at the end of the year and look at what happened and in regards to what you wrote down and see what happens. You are a powerful creator, and you are creating through your thoughts, your words, your vibration. Everything is energy. I'm energy, you're energy, and the astrology maps the energy patterns in motion, the energy you have to work with in 2015. And with Saturn moving in the last sign, and Sagittarius is 12 signs from you, so it rules your 12th house, it's a time for you to step back and work behind the scenes. It's not about you being out in front of the camera, it's about you being behind the camera and being the producer and the director of your life, and then be the star when Saturn enters Capricorn on December 22nd, 2017. So this is a really important time for you. Now, Saturn's going to back into Scorpio on June 14th through September 17th, and that'll be an opportunity for you to revisit your goals and your friends and your networking and what's working and what's not. But then it'll jump back into Sagittarius for good on the 17th of September. Now Saturn is going to square up with Neptune a couple of times in 2015, and that's going to be kind of wiggy because Neptune rules spirituality. Neptune says we're all one. And Neptune rules the movie industry, the music industry. It rules fantasy. It rules imagination and creativity. There's no boundaries with Neptune. Saturn says, I'm me, you're you, and here's your duties and responsibilities. Saturn rules structure. Saturn likes to know where the lines are drawn. Saturn rules limitation. Saturn rules foundation. And so when Saturn squares off with Neptune, it's very weird. Because one wants to build, the other wants to dissolve. One wants to draw the boundaries, the other one wants to erase the boundaries. So they don't like each other. And they're going to hook up in February. Now, they're not going to go exact in February. It'll be a 2-degree loose orb, but it's still worth mentioning. And then they will go exact, squaring each other, November 19th through December 15th. So that could be a little weird for you. Like your brain might be like going, what's real, what's a dream? And what I'm dreaming? Is that happening? And is this reality? Or is this a dream? So dreams feel like a reality, and reality feels like a dream. And it's happening in your dream house, as well as your lower mind. Neptune is in Pisces, which is 3 signs from you. So you're going to be seeing into other dimensions. You're going to be able to see beyond the physical. And your dreams are going to be really powerful. And I would be writing down what my dreams are doing, because your mighty I am presence is giving you information through your dreams. And that can help you during your waking hours. So if you're starting to feel like life is a dream and your dreams are real, and it's just the boundaries are being blurred here. And Neptune is actually stronger because Neptune is in Pisces, and when a planet is in the sign it rules, it gives it tremendous power. Saturn is in Sagittarius. Well, it rules Capricorn. So Saturn isn't as strong as Neptune. So it's like God is coming in here saying, let go of control, Capricorn. I'm guiding you. I'm directing you. All control is an illusion. The only control you have is in how you respond to what's happening, how you respond to what's going on. I want for you to surrender your sense of control over others or what's going on in the world. That is an illusion. I want you to understand that you are a great spiritual being. You are having a human experience, but you are so much more than these five senses. You are so much more than what the world tells you. You are a multidimensional being, and you are living on other dimensions. And I'm going to show those to you. So 2015 is a deeply spiritual year for you. You're going to be seen into other worlds, other universes. And at times it may feel, feel a little wiggy and uncomfortable. But at other times it's going to be really exciting because you're going to see beyond the veil of illusion. This whole world is illusion. And you're going to see what a great spiritual being you are and a powerful creator that you are. And you still have Pluto in your sign, so you get to direct Pluto. And Pluto and Uranus are making their final square, that life-changing, ongoing process, on March 16th and 17th. Yay! Now, I work with enough of you, so I know many of you have already been through massive change. So these two are still going to be hanging around with each other till 2020. They're going to show up in your solar return chart. They're going to show up in your lunar return chart, which happens every month. Your Venus return, your Mars return, your Jupiter return, your Mercury return. So they're still hanging around, but they're not exact. So for those of you that have already made massive changes, you've already done that. This will be more about fine-tuning. So you don't have to be concerned that this massive change you've been through is going to continue on that level. It won't. They're separating on the 17th of March, but they're still hanging around. And they're still making, changes, redefining you, who you are, redefining where you live, redefining what family is for you, redefining what relationship is for you. That's going to continue, but not to the level of intensity it's been. Now, Venus is going to retrograde in Leo, and Venus is going to be in Leo from June 6th through October 8th. And this is an area of intimacy for you. Leo is 8 signs from you, so it rules the area of your life that has to do with sexuality, intimacy, trust. Who do you trust? Deep connection, deep passion, your partner's values, your partner's resources. So having Venus here, and she will retrograde July 25th through September 5th and be in this area until October 8th, you are going to have an opportunity to reevaluate your partner's resources, your partner's values, intimacy, trust, love, and any shared resources that you have with a romantic partner or a business partner. And it is an opportunity to, evaluate what's working in the partnership. Does your partner need to pick up more of the slack? Or is your partner contributing more? Venus is the goddess of love and abundance and prosperity and beauty. And so this is a time for you to look at your shared resources with another and how it's working for you, how it's working for them, and what you can do to make it more balanced. It's not a negative. Venus is a benevolent planet, and she brings prosperity. And so having her camped out in your money house is going to increase your income. Now, it won't be earned income. It'll be income that's given to you through an insurance payout, a tax payout, an inheritance payout, a royalty payout, or your partner's money, or other people giving you money. So having her in a money house is beneficial. Also, it's great for the sex life. It's great for intimacy and connecting deeply with your partner. So it's very favorable, actually. Jupiter is in this area right now, and Jupiter will be in this area until August 11th, and then Jupiter will move into Virgo on August 11th. Jupiter is retrograde. Jupiter retrograded on December 8th, will go direct on April 8th. So there's something going on in your shared resources, the money you share with your partner, or the money you share with other people, business partners, people that you partner with professionally or personally. Then Jupiter is going to move into your sister sign, Virgo, on the 11th, pouring positive energy into you. This is very uplifting. This is very encouraging. And that will continue until Jupiter gets into Libra, and that's when you could see a promotion. That will come in 2016. This is a year where you're to cocoon, where you are to nourish and nurture yourself, to take care of yourself, build up your health, your well-being, and your vitality. Now, Jupiter and Uranus are forming positive aspects with each other, and that's on February and March, and then all of June and into the middle of July. And that can bring financial gain to you through the property you own or buying property. This could be a good year for you to get a good loan to buy a house or upgrade your house or renovate your property. There is good opportunity here for you to move up in real estate, move up financially, or invest in real estate, making investments, starting a business, but it has to be in something you've been doing. So if you do a home-based business, it needs to be in an area that you've already been in. It's not a time for you to break out into a whole new area. Okay? So whatever you've been doing for the last 28 to 30 years, you want to continue until 2017, the end of 2017. You want to continue until 2018, really. And then you can, embark upon something new. But it's good for working from home. It's good for investing in real estate and sharing resources with others. Neptune is strong in its own sign. Neptune is in Pisces. Chiron is in Pisces. And they do a sextile with you, which is pour positive energy into you. You have to take action with a sextile, but when you do, the outcome is favorable. And this is in the area of your mind and how you speak, write, teach, and communicate. So that's a very spiritual energy, yes, in a very rational area, but it is growing you. And it is about you looking at your thought patterns and your habit patterns and your style of speaking and your style of listening and your perception and your attitude, because it's all being upgraded spiritually. You're being upgraded spiritually, and it's extraordinary. It's wonderful. It is so good. It's a very good energy to have. And Pluto will be, with you. Pluto is transforming you, changing you, upgrading you. Pluto will retrograde April 16th through September 24th. That'll give you a break from all of the massive change and growth that you've been doing. We need planets to retrograde because it gives us an opportunity to integrate and assimilate all the growth. And you've been doing massive growth work for these several years. And so it's, 2015, it's okay for you to sit back and integrate all the growth work you've done. Sit back and assimilate everything you've done. Take a break from the intensity and all of the changes you've made. Now we have 4 eclipses in 2015, and we have 6 supermoons in 2015. A supermoon is where the new moon and the full moon are closest to the earth and in direct alignment with the sun and the earth, making them extra powerful. The first eclipse is on March 20th, and that's a total solar eclipse at 29 degrees Pisces, and it's also a supermoon, which is incredibly powerful. So March is going to be really powerful and intense because Pluto and Uranus are making their final square on March 16th and 17th, and then we have this powerful solar eclipse, total solar eclipse, which is also a supermoon at 29 degrees Pisces, which is some sort of completion for you. So some of you may be getting a new car at this time. Some of you may be getting a new computer, new equipment. You are moving to a new neighborhood. Some of you could be, changing how you communicate with others, your style of speaking and listening. And then there's a follow-up eclipse on April 4th, which is a total lunar eclipse at 14 degrees Libra, bringing in the Pluto-Uranus. So this is a total lunar eclipse, and it's happening in the area of your life that has to do with your destiny in the world, your reputation in the world, your profession in the world. So some of you may be changing jobs. Some of you may be changing companies. Some of you are making changes in the career area at this time. And it can have to do with like you moving. It can have to do with personal changes going on inside of you. You've gone as far as you can go in this job and you really want to start something new at this time. So when something completes, something begins. Beginnings and completions. Endings and beginnings. Eclipses herald the most powerful transit you can experience, and they herald major beginnings and completions. And it's pulling in the Pluto-Uranus, so it has to do with where you live and changing how you show up in the world and changing what you do in the world. So you could be leaving where you are and starting something new, but again, it needs to be in alignment with what you've been doing. So if you've been a teacher, you want to stay in teaching. You don't want to jump in and start a restaurant. See the difference? So you can start a new job or a new company, but it's got to be in alignment with what you've been doing. And it will be successful, and you are successful. Then the final eclipses will be in September, and it is a partial solar eclipse at 20 degrees Virgo. Virgo is a sister sign. So you've moved, you've changed jobs, and now it's time for you to travel. Whether it's out-of-body travel or physically traveling, going on a journey, spiritual expansion, expansion of consciousness, and having it in these houses are a lot easier than having it in the foundation and in what you do in the world. So you'll like this eclipse. And then there's a follow-up eclipse at 4 degrees Aries, and that's for those of you that haven't moved or renovated or what, you're going to move in September. So you're moving in 2015, new job, or a new business, but in alignment with what you've been doing, and travel is on the horizon, or teaching, or learning something new. There's this massive expansion of consciousness coming in here for you. Now the 6 supermoons start in January, and the first one is at 0 degrees Aquarius, and that is in your financial sector, and this is a lovely new moon. And then February 18th, we have another 0 degrees Pisces new moon, and that is in how you think and communicate. And then March 20th, we have another one there, and that is endings, and I talked about that. You know, you're changing up things, whether it's your car, your computer, your city you live in. Big changes going on. And I'll talk more about it as we get to the monthlies, because right now I'm looking down the road, months and months ahead, but as I get closer, it's easier to view it, and I have more details to look at it. Otherwise, I'd be here 3 hours. So, okay, so you'll like these energies because Pisces sextiles you, so it pours positive energy into you. Virgo's trine you, pours positive energy into you. So you've got a lot of positive energy and support here for you, Capricorn, in 2015. And that's good news. So the 29 degrees Pisces new moon is a total solar eclipse on the 20th. Then August 29th, there is a Pisces full moon in this area at 6 degrees. So that will feel good. That'll feel good because it harmonizes with any planets you have in Capricorn. And it will, you know, it's moving you. So many of you are moving to a bigger city. Many of you are traveling, going abroad. There's a lot of wonderful educational opportunities here for you to teach, to learn, and you're growing. Then September 27th, we have a 5 degrees Aries full moon eclipse. That's in harmony with Saturn. So that's a very supportive energy. So you move, you like where you're living, or you made the changes, renovating the house, and you love the house, and you're feeling good at home, you're feeling good in your space, you're working behind the scenes, you feel in the flow, like you're in the flow, you're in the groove by September, you're feeling like you're in the groove. And then October 27th, there is a 4 degree Taurus full moon, which is a supermoon, which is pouring positive energy into you. Taurus rules the area of true love and romance for you. So that could be bringing a new relationship. And if it is a new relationship, it's with someone from your past, whether in this life or past lives, because you've got Saturn in that area of past lives. And so when a new relationship comes in with Saturn in this area, there's someone you've been with before. whether in this life or a past life. This is someone you've been with before. So this is a very spiritual year for you. It's about you using the power of vision to create the life you want. And there's a lot of lessons around surrendering control this year and trusting the process. The universe is asking for you to trust the process. You have no control over what anybody else says or does. Your power lies in how you take care of you, how you show up, and your daily spiritual practice will be essential to your well-being. So every day you want to be focusing on meditating, taking good care of you. That is going to be what's asked of you in 2015. And ask for help and support where you need it. Ask others for help. You know, it's okay for you to lean on others. It's okay for you to say, can you help me with this? I need help with this. The transiting north and south nodes are moving from Libra Aries into Virgo Pisces. This is very harmonious for you. The eclipses are moving now into an area that has to do with the lower mind and the higher mind, how you speak and communicate, as well as your freedom and your expansion and your future vision and your spirituality and what you believe and your truth and your wisdom. So you're going to be changing how you think. You're going to be changing how you communicate. You're going to be really upgrading on so many levels, and it's very spiritual what's happening with you. This is a spiritual transformation that's taking place for you. A very powerful spiritual transformation. And it's good. Now there's 3 Mercury retrogrades in 2015, and they're going to be in air signs. So they're not going to be as difficult as they've been in past years, because Mercury rules Gemini, and Mercury loves being in the air signs because Mercury is an intellectual planet, a very detailed idea planet that has to do with rationale and objectivity, and being in the air signs allows him to continue that. So the first Mercury retrograde will be January 21st through February 11th in Aquarius, and that will be in your financial area where you have an opportunity to look at your finances and make any changes you want to make. Then the second one will be May 18th through June 11th, and that will be in Gemini. And that will give you the opportunity to look at your work habits, and your lifestyle, and make changes to improve your health, well-being, and vitality. And then the final one will be in Libra, September 17th through October 9th. That will give you an opportunity to make changes in that career sector, because you're really finishing up with the eclipses in this area for you, the foundation as well as what you do in the world. And so by the fall of 2015, you will have already made major changes in this area, and so it's more like you're putting the finishing touches on for you in the professional area, your reputation in the world, your outward contribution to society, how you express your unique individuality and accomplishments to the world, and your legacy to the world as a human being, not just as a professional in what you do for work, but who you are in the world. So this is a deeply spiritual year for you, Capricorn. It is about you working behind the scenes. It is about you taking time out for yourself and increasing your health, well-being, and vitality. It's not about like accomplishing a lot professionally or having an elaborate social life or an elaborate work life. It really is about focusing on who you are, what works for you, and working on finishing up any unfinished business that you have, unfinished projects, unfinished relationships, really working on those areas so that you are completing things and getting ready for Saturn coming into your sign at the end of 2017, going into 2018. It's a good year, though. I think it's going to be easier than 2014. And there's good money here for you. Jupiter is in the money sector, Venus is in the money sector, and there isn't anything blocking income, so you can increase your income in 2015. You can be strong financially in 2015. So money looks good, and the money is with partners or money that's not necessarily earned income, although I'll have more opportunity to look at that as we go to the monthlies. But there could be some sort of inheritance payout or an insurance payout, a royalty payout, money coming to you through your partner or other people, and that's always good to have. Health will be good if you're taking care of yourself. With Saturn in this area, it really is about working behind the scenes. So if you're taking care of yourself, you're getting plenty of rest, exercising, you know, all of the good diet and that, then you'll feel strong and you'll feel effective. And I'm not seeing anything, you know, blocking that. You know, Pluto is in your sign, so it really is about directing the power to transform yourself, releasing control, releasing that sense or need to control others or need to control situations. You don't. Give it over to God. If you're in a situation where you don't know what to do with someone or something, give it over to God. Because when you give it over to higher power, they can do something. The call compels the answer. Call to Archangel Michael. Call to who you follow. And they will intercede for you on your behalf for that other person or that situation, and they can do so much more than we humans can do. So if you're in a situation or with a person and you don't know what to do, give them over to Mother Mary. Give them over to Kuan Yin. Give them over to Archangel Michael. And Archangel Michael will step in and help you. And that's all that's being asked of you, is to give it over to higher power. Give it over to Source. And when you do that, then the masters and the angels can intercede on your behalf and for the situation and the other person. So just know that. You don't have to carry the weight of the world on your shoulders or the problems on your shoulders. Give it over to higher power. Ask others to help you. Ask others to step up. Ask others to assist you. You're growing spiritually. This is a profoundly spiritual year for you. It's deeply spiritual. And it's exciting. So thank you for listening. Thank you for watching. Thank you for liking, sharing, favoring, and Google Plusing my podcast, Capricorn. You're so awesome. Thank you for subscribing. You totally rock. And if you would like for me to take a detailed look at your personal transits in 2015, it's very easy. The link is below in the Show More section. And I just wanted to say thank you. Thank you for supporting my work, my YouTube channel, and I appreciate you. And thank you for sharing this journey with me. Oh, we staked out on a mission to find our inner peace and make it everlasting, so nothing's incomplete. It's easy being with you, sacred simplicity. As long as we're together, there's no place I'd rather be. With every step we take, Kyoto to the bay, strolling so casually. We're different and the same, get you another name, switch up the batteries. If you gave me a chance, I would take it. It's a shot in the dark, but I'd make it. Know with all of your heart you can't shake me. When I am with you, there's no place I'd rather be.